Welcome back to the Dream Philly Sports Podcast. And I'm your host, Dreamcast. And today we're going to be talking about why the Philadelphia 76ers will be a dangerous playoff team. Now, we had some really unexpected positive things to develop this season so far. And one of the biggest things we've had happen is the resurgence of Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond, prior to the season, a lot of beat writers had written him off and they were looking at him as trade bait. However, he's looked like the Andre Drummond from his first stint with the Philadelphia 76ers. He has delivered big time in limited minutes. In 22 minutes per game playing, he's averaged 9 rebounds per game. In addition to that, he's developed a three-point shot, which makes him a lot more dangerous. Now he can draw defenders away from the rim, and those driving lanes that are coveted by Tyrese Maxey, those driving lanes that are coveted by VJ Edgecombe are now open because Andre Drummond has developed a three-point shot, and defenders have to honor that three-point shot. He's been able to deliver and knock down those threes, and that's been huge, a development that he's added to his game and totally unexpected. Another thing that he's done is altered shots at the rim. He's been able to block shots, which has been a part of Sixers' resurgence as far as being a defensive team and being amongst the league leaders in block shots as a team. And that's really been beneficial for the Philadelphia 76ers. If he can stay healthy, it allows more time for Joel Embiid to be right and ripe for the playoffs when that rolls around. So this is something we didn't have in the past. Usually when Embiid was out, 9 times out of 10, that spelled disaster for the team. Weren't unable to win without him, only winning 24 games total last season. But now with the Andre Drummond that the team expected when they went out and got him for the second time, we're now seeing that Andre Drummond this year. And part of it is him being healthy, and another part is him just working on this and seeing how he can get better and help this team. And with him developing their three-point shot, it's been major. Another thing I want to talk about is Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes has just been a dog off the bench for the Philadelphia 76ers. He has been amongst the league leaders in points per game off the bench at 17 points per game. He's currently third in the NBA in points per game off the bench, and he's definitely up for a 6-man player of the year with what he's been able to accomplish this season so far. And a big thing about Quentin Grimes is that his shot creation, he's able to just slash to the basket at will, just create his own shot. Another thing he has is the amount of energy he plays with, and he's able to energize the players around him. He has the trust of his teammates, and just he has some great shot creation is just wonderful for Quentin Grimes. And so the Sixers bench overall is just another reason that makes us dangerous. We know what Tyrese Maxey brings to the equation. We know what a healthy Paul George brings to the equation, and he's definitely looked healthy, a lot healthier this season, is moving a lot better with each passing game. And that's only going to be positive for us going forward. And Joel Embiid, I know he's still a question mark. We're not really sure what we're going to get from him as far as his health. But the longer and the more efficient the Sixers can become and proving they can win when he's not able to play is only going to be beneficial for us once the playoffs roll around. If we can get a 70% Joel Embiid where he can score 20 to 25 points a game and continue to draw fouls and get to the free throw line where we know he's a great free throw shooter, and the other guys doing their thing, I think we're going to be fine once the playoffs roll around. And having a strong bench is what's going to make the difference once the playoffs roll around, where other teams, their bench is not as deep. We have a very deep bench, and I think that's going to make a difference when the playoffs roll around. When we come back, we're going to be speaking about another bench player in addition to Andre Drummond and Quentin Grimes, who's been very valuable for us and was a sneaky good pickup for us. Stay tuned after this message from our sponsors. This segment is brought to you in part by H&K 215 Outfitters Melanin Collection. H&K 215 Outfitters is your go-to source for styles influenced by the latest fashion with added flair. They aim to inspire their customers to be the best version of themselves and to be confident in their own skin. And of course, their outfits. Visit H&K 215 Outfitters. And we're back. And so we've been speaking about the reemergence of Andre Drummond, the steady, exciting play of Quentin Grimes. But another unsung hero, another player that's really stepped up big time is Dominique Barlow. When they signed him, I really wasn't expecting very much, to be honest with you. But this guy, he just has a motor that won't quit. He's a great rebounder. He knows how to create his own shot. And he plays with tenacity. He plays great defense, blocking shots, contesting shots. And he's just a guy that I don't think anybody expected to do what he does. Maybe the coaching staff did. Maybe that's why they went out and got him. But this guy, he's just been a welcome surprise, a welcome addition for the Sixers. And he's another one. He's another reason why our bench has been able to produce the way they've been able to produce. And just him being a utility guy, being able to do so many different things, score the ball, not settle for the outshot shot, drive into the heart of the defense and create problems. He's wreaking havoc. And he seems to be getting better as the year is going along. He's averaging career highs across the board in as far as points and rebounds. And I think the Sixers overall, we're in a great position right now. And I'm really excited about what the season holds for us as we get deeper into the season and start preparing for the playoffs in the next couple of months. I think we're going to be a dark horse favorite to come out of the East. And right now, there's not a team in the Eastern Conference that just stands out amongst the rest right now. We know we have in the standings, the Knicks are a few games ahead of us, but they really don't look head and shoulders above the Sixers. And the thing is, as I said earlier, if we get an Embiid that's healthy, or just a 70% Embiid going against the Knicks, I think that's going to make a difference going into the playoffs, or any team. 70% Embiid is better than most centers on the East Coast, and most centers in the NBA for that matter. If we get a 70% Embiid, we saw what he did 2 seasons ago against the Knicks on an injured leg, averaging 30 points and just wreaking havoc out there. So a 70% Embiid with the Tyrese Maxey, who's coming in his own and who's become the clear-cut number one option for the team. If we can get 20 points from 20 to 25 from Embiid, 18 to 20 from Paul George, Quentin Grimes at 17 points per game, McCain getting healthy, knocking down outside shots, VJ Edgecombe. And that's another thing. VJ Edgecombe has been extremely clutch in the fourth quarter, coming up with big shots when you need him the most, whether he's getting shots, rebounding the ball, blocking shots. We just have a lot of guys that just go for it. We have a lot of dogs on this team. And that's when the playoffs roll around, that's what we're going to need. Just guys who can step up each and every night, because once the playoffs come around, there's going to be a lot of adjustments made from game to game. And when you have different players that can step up, different players that can just create their own shots, the teams become more dangerous. And right now, that's why I feel like the Sixers, while it's still early in the season, we're developing into one of those teams that's going to be extremely dangerous once the playoffs roll around. Well, we have the Lakers tonight coming into town, and they've got off to a tremendous start. Regardless of how LeBron James has looked, the rest of that squad has looked really good. So that's going to be a tough task for us. But I feel as if our Sixers will come out victorious tonight. So we look forward to watching that game. Well, thanks again for joining us on the Dream Philly Sports Podcast. And our next episode, we will speak about the Philadelphia Eagles and what they need to do on Monday Night Football to be victorious. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.